G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game of Age of Empires 4. This is the brand new DLC, the brand new expansion on the brand new High View. This map has been changed up quite a bit in the most recent season, and I tell you what, I'm excited because all the games that we've seen from this map so far have been incredible. So before we get into it, let's introduce our players and see who we've got fighting today. In the east of the map, currently sitting about rank number 8 on the ladder, playing as the Delhi Sultanate in the color orange, it's May. And on the north side of the map in the color purple, playing as the House of Lancaster, currently sitting at rank number 4 on the ladder. Representing Team Liquid, it's Demu. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Highview. A pleasure to have your company here today on this Saturday, Sunday, somewhere in that region. It's a weekend day, and well, that means it's a good day, because I think those were always the best days. You know, often when I think back on when I did 9 to 5, I remember the day of the week that I loved the most was Friday. And it seems a bit weird, right? Because if you could pick your favorite day of the week, obviously you take the day that you're not working. But there's just something about Friday that's just so much better than the days that you're working, because it's the completion, right? Like, it's that anticipation. You come into a Friday night and you're just like, yep, I can stay up until 4 a.m. right now and I don't have to feel guilty until tomorrow. Oh man, how many times, I don't know about you guys, but how many times did I rob myself of a good Saturday by just staying up late on Sunday? But I guess that's kind of like gamer's code, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. A little bit off topic here to start us off with, but let's talk about our matchup, because we've got a good one today. We've got an OG civilization, the Delhi Sultanate, a civilization that's going to be looking to control the sacred sites throughout this game, and the sacred sites have been moved around a little bit here. We've got one up towards the north, one in the center, which has always been here, and then, oh, excuse me, I just had some orange juice, and I'm, I guess that was a little bit of an involuntary spasm. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. There you go. So we've got ourselves some moved sacred sites. That's one of the new things, and we've also got the abandoned outposts as well, which, if you've ever played StarCraft 2, you'll be familiar with these. The concept of them, basically, come stand next to them and you'll get a whole bunch of line of sight. However, you do capture them though, which is kind of cool. So you can move your units away, and then all of a sudden you'll still have the line of sight. So let's check in with Demo. Let's see how he's opening, because he's playing one of the new civilizations, the House of Lancaster. This is the English variant, and it looks like we may have a potential manor opening. Now, we do have the Lancaster Castle coming up 3 vills on the gold. Looks like he's got a pretty solid build order just to open us up with here. I think this is the same opening that I use, so it definitely means it's a good opening. We'll start off by saying that much. It's been a while since we've casted a demo game as well, so I'm not really in... I don't know if I want to say in touch with, but I'm definitely not in the loop with the Twitch streamers as much as I used to be, so I don't really know how much demo is evolving the meta or pushing it forward these days, because I remember back in the old days, it took him a while to sort of get behind the whole Chinese meta, but eventually he did, and he did incredibly well with it. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he paves the way for the House of Lancaster today, because he's up against somebody who has done an incredible job with the Delhi Sultanate in recent times. Of course, May, if you're unfamiliar with May, is an incredible player, if I remember correctly, from China, and just loves to play the Delhi Sultanate. Just, you know, 2 new civs dropped, I don't care, I'm playing my Delhi. And just capable of beating everybody. We've seen May literally defeat the entire top 10 single-handedly with his elephants. It's been incredible. And I'm curious to see whether he'll be able to really put these elephants to the test today, whether he's going to just roll over the top of Demu, because obviously Demu's playing House of Lancaster, a civilization considered by many to be a bit overtuned at the moment. So we'll have to see whether or not May's going to be able to keep up. The Dome of the Faith is in, though. And I suspect that probably means we'll be having one, maybe a second TC into some sort of Imperial Age timing here today. But over on the north side, Lancaster Castle comes online, and immediately we see that mana drop down. First mana coming down on the gold. Now, one of the things I've actually started favoring doing, ever since I saw, if I remember correctly, it was the game, was it with Bay? It was on Highview, and I remember the Lancaster Castle was here on the gold, and all of the manas were on this. No, it was GUA. GUA. Who was GUA versing? It was versing someone that was playing House of Lancaster. But anyway, ever since I saw that, I've just been like, you know what? It totally makes sense. Just put the manas on the other side, man. Like, they are incredible. They're powerful. They get a lot of extra health. So you can see here that's going to be bumped up from 750 up to 1250, and that'll go up again with the condensed land practices. We see the second mana coming in. Oh my lord, have a look at this timing that Demo is going for right now. Very solid opening coming out right now from the Swede / Englishman. I guess originally from England, currently in Sweden. And I will also say, I think Demo's lived out most gamers, or at least young gamers of my age. Keep in mind, I'm like 30s now, but their dream of moving to Sweden. I don't know about you guys, but I was always a big fan. This idea of moving to Sweden, it just felt like I think the one thing attracted me to Sweden is that it was like nighttime 90% of the year. Not really. I mean, I know it's not that bad, but I've always been excited by the idea of just having a long night, just simply because it means that your body can kind of desync from, you know, the circadian rhythms that keep you awake during the day and at night. So I've always found that difficult. But May now with the first of the military units out on the map. It's just going to be a Ghazi Raider, which we kind of expect, and manages to take out the first. Now, I almost just called May a she, so I will just say it's a dude. But with the name May, just, you know, I think I say this every May cast. Just keep that in mind. If you do hear me calling May a her, don't get confused. It's a dude. But the name. It's the name. Anyway, well, on the other side of the map, though, we do see a Rax coming up here. It's on the stone as well. So interesting decision-making here coming out from Demo, basically saying, hey, I need to protect this stone. I know you've got a Ghazi Raider out. And I think this is so smart, isn't it? Like, when you think about it, right? Like, this is all protected. There's no two ways about it. This is getting absolutely protected out the wazoo. And the fact that now you've got the spears coming out onto the stone, going to guarantee protection out there. It doesn't need to rally the units across. Doesn't need to drop an outpost. Very smart move, and we do see him looking to come and cover back towards this position. If we check in with May, though, it's just going to be Ghazi Raiders heading towards the north sacred sites, looking to pick up the abandoned outpost. And I'm going to sit back in my chair right now. I'm gonna put my legs up. I've just had my orange juice, so I'm all good for the day. And it means that, well, now we can focus on the game. We can talk about this game as the second abandoned outpost to the south is going to get picked up here by May. Hardened Spearman also coming through. A whole bunch of upgrades, in fact. Something that we haven't really talked a whole lot about. Sanctity coming in at 17 seconds. So it'll be 7 minutes on the dot. So expect to see these scholars doing their scholarly walk any second now. They should be out heading across the map. Spearman out here as well, because Sanctity is about to complete. And ideally, you want to hit the sacred site so you can see all 3 of the scholars coming out, or 4 of the scholars technically. You want these scholars to be touching down on the sacred sites quite literally the moment Sanctity completes. So a little bit of a mistake here from May, you know, but we'll forgive it. We'll forgive it. He's top 10, so look, he's not rank 1, so he's going to make some mistakes sometimes. That's me being facetious, by the way, guys. But we've got the additional manas now starting to come up. So you can see in the back of the base, all the way back here, we've got those additional manas starting to come up. So this is going to be the next round, and I love the variability here from Devon. And I think this is really what sets the top level players apart, because like for me, I'm very much build order orientated, right? In the sense that I wouldn't stray from my build order. Even if I see, you know, these Ghazi Raiders down here, I'm like, I need to do my build order. So I would not be making spears. I'd not be making the racks. Yet you can see the demo's just so easily able to adapt that doesn't let or get thrown off at all by the Ghazi Raiders. The prospect of potentially losing villagers. He's just like, no, I'm just going to drop down the racks. It barely even delays him and his timing here, because realistically, when it comes to getting your next set of manas down, it's basically you're capped by your gold generation, because you need to build up that gold so that you can pick up your upgrades. But we will see Open Field System coming through any second. He's about to gather up the resources for it, and with that now, he's basically cleared for takeoff towards the castle ages. All 3 sacred sites are now taken at the 8-minute and 18-second mark. So put your timers down for that. That's 18 minutes and 18 seconds, which is when this bad boy here will be ticked over. But I think that this is quite scary for the Delhi. If I'm the Delhi right now, I would be very scared, because you're sort of playing into exactly what the House of Lancaster wants. All they want is a bit of space to get 9 manas online. And if I'm demo, I just go fast in. I don't know why this hasn't caught on yet, just going straight fast in. I mean, we've casted a couple games where fast imp was 100%, like, not just viable, but definitely a good thing. But I don't know, I feel like you get so much power out of Imperial Age for the House of Lancaster. There's just so much offering, like, realistically, like Scootage, together with your Wingard Palace. That's another huge bonus, but spear number's starting to look a little bit better. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see a Castle Age shortly. He's got all 3 sacred sites that he needs to contest. Is that the final? No, he's got 2 more manas that he needs to drop. There's the next one. Always dangerous. See, this is the point I wanted to make, is now it's kind of dangerous to put this mana at the front. What happens if a whole bunch of Ghazi Raiders come in, idle you out, and then siege it down? Then you've lost all your resources. So that's something that you're going to be very cautious of. Vills have now been moved off the stone outcropping, moved over to wood, so potentially could see that farm transition come through. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Call me autistic, call me a savant, I don't mind, because it's accurate. you know, at the end of the day, these are facts, right? They're facts. I love it. I love it. It's just one of those things that you can see when you got a brain. I'm just kidding. But seriously, yeah. It feels like it was bound to happen, man. It was just, you know, it takes long to construct manors. I just want to say that right now. It's not a short time to build a manor. So building them at the front first definitely makes a lot of sense. You know, not only do they offer that initial defensive bonus, but on top of that, it means that you don't have to subsequently follow them up with building manors towards the front. You can build manors towards the back, but Spear's now going to get caught out. First one does go down. A couple more going to head on out. Billman upgrade on the way through here as well for Demo. And the House of Learning coming in on the other side of the map. It's going to be May looking to hit that Castle Age timing, about 10 minutes 30. Not a bad little timing here as well. And now we'll check in to the north as the spears make their way across. Demo just with 100% spear at this moment. Of course, Billman probably arguably the best spears that you could get. Maybe even better than, yeah, actually better than the Donzo. I mean, technically, if you microed forever, the Donzo's probably better. But the Billman upgrade is just so good, dude. Even at, like, only at 1, because this just got nerfed. It used to be 2 armor. Attacks reduce enemy armor by 2, but even at, like, attacks reduce enemy armor by 1, still insane. Still crazy good. It's just, it's one of those upgrades that's just insane. From its S tier, right? Like, it doesn't matter, man. It's so damn good. But we can see a little bit of scouting happening up towards this top side. Professional nature of these scouts. Spears making their way through. And on the side of the defense, May needs to be cautious about the villages in the south. Meanwhile, towards the north, Spear still standing by idle. A little bit of attacks coming through. Man-at-Arms now in. And that could be a problem for Demo, because that means you're going to need some sort of unit to deal with these men-at-arms, especially if there's a lot of men-at-arms coming out from barracks that have scholars inside them. They're going to be producing these extra fast. So if I'm Demo right now, I'm going Castle Age quickly. I'm going really quickly. Now, speaking of Castle Age, Lancaster Castle is going to be the focus as the Demi-Lancers come out. A whole bunch of them, a whole fleet of them. 11 Demi-Lancers now arrive. But keep in mind, these guys, I don't think these ones have been nerfed. The veteran ones have been nerfed. Imperial ones have been nerfed. But I think going to Castle Age at this point is a really good idea right now for Demo. I think with the Demi-Lancers, though, what you can look to try and do is buy yourself a bit of space. I think that's probably the best thing as well. So, like, what I mean by that is going over to the other side of the map, looking to try and cause havoc in the villager lines, and just trying to delay any inevitable push from an enemy that is going to inevitably happen. Excuse me. We also see Yeoman starting to come out, and Demo definitely taking his time on getting up to the Castle Age. Also picking up upgrades as he goes as well, but still quite comfy playing it out in Feudal, which I do find interesting, because normally the Delhi, at least I see them as quite a big threat, and it's been 2 minutes now that his opponent has been up in the Castle Age. So the upgrades are starting to come through. We can see the eco upgrades as well on the way. Swiftness coming in for the Scholars. 4 relics picked up. That 5th and final relic over towards that west side. Still not yet picked up, but will shortly. I'm assuming it hasn't been found yet. It hasn't been found yet by May. That's normally the only reason he hasn't picked up a relic, is because he hasn't found it. He's very, very good. Normally we see him pick up all 5 of them on the dot, but only the 4 today. Sacred Site number 3 going to be capped here. Demi-Lancers do get caught out of position, but at the moment, Demo's doing a wonderful job in just delaying this attack that will inevitably come through from May, this timing. Now, how does May look to play this one out? I think, realistically, May should look for a Castle Age here, or rather an Imperial Age, but then at the same time, it's like, do you really want to test Imperial Age against Lancaster? Like, if you think about Imperial strength, like, Lancaster is just so damn good. They've got so many things just going for them, right? I think the biggest thing for Lancaster is the fact that you've got so much accessibility to your population space. Every other civilization needs to go up to that 130 vills to get the same economy that you get at 90 villages. It's just ludicrous. And because of that, it just means, oh, big age up coming through. It's going to be King's College for Demo. Interesting decision. So not going into White Tower. Definitely the King's College is obviously the default unless you're under real pressure, I think. Though I know that Frank from the devs, he's very keen on the White Tower. He seems to think it's pretty good. So maybe we've got to try and test it out a little bit. I guess it's that whole idea of, well, you know, it adds an extra damage point to all of your Earl's Guards and your Demi-Lancers and all that good stuff. And Demi-Lancers, speaking of which, have now just gone into the Castle Age. They've been upgraded a slight amount. And all the upgrades on the way through. Synchronized Shot, Veteran Yeoman, Veteran Spearman coming through. A couple units back here as well. Looking to clean up The men-at-arms are going to take their time. You can see the Billmen are doing a good job of decreasing or debuffing the men-at-arms here. Will get taken out eventually. Whole bunch of units towards this top side. Meanwhile, towards the middle, the rest of the army makes itself known. I guess we can go with that. Switch it over to income per minute. We're at the 15-minute mark right now, +2 range attack. Also going to be coming through a lot of units over towards this west side, starting to wall up across this map. This is really common on high view, just mainly because you don't get a lot of vision. It's hard to control, hard to predict, so people wall up just because it makes you feel a little bit safer against these militaries, and it's definitely the right call. You can see the swiftness going through. Look at the beautiful micro. He's running the demi-lancers around. He's heading back onto the sacred site, healing himself up. Who's healing him up? I don't even see who's healing. Is he healing himself? He's going to be healing himself. I didn't even know you could heal yourself. He's not healing himself. Anyway, we got units all over this map right now. Billman back over towards the base, but I think overall it looks like the majority of the attacks the majority of attacks have been deflected by May. That was what I was going for. So May definitely got the upper hand at the moment, and at least for the minute, if we take a look at that military count, definitely has the advantage. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen Imperial, even for like a couple Revoltaquin. That could absolutely work wonders in this situation. It's going to be hard now, though. You've lost a lot of your unit mass as Demo. He's down a huge amount of military, 70 to 35, so going to be facing an uphill battle. The war continues, and May could look for an Imperial Age here. But it's one of those things where it's like, you know, you're kind of heading into uncharted waters. You don't really know how strong your opponent is going to be, and whether or not your power spike is going to be the best now, or whether it's better to wait until Imperial Age. Because typically, historically, it's been better to wait for Imperial Age. But for the moment, the Yeomen together with the Spearmen do manage to push back these military units in the middle of the map. Whole bunch of men-at-arms. I think technically they should just absolutely devour these units, but the Yeomen have got 9 damage, and keep in mind with the Billman upgrade as well, that's going to mean that you go from 3 to 4 damage, so basically an increase of 33% damage for that Yeoman from the Billman upgrade. So now looking to move around, we see the Cav over towards the west side, men-at-arms towards the right side, making their way up. He's got a nice little concave that he's going to use and tries to fire down on the men-at-arms, does some decent damage. It's not terrible, but obviously nothing to really write home about. More Lancers coming up the rear, and I can't help but feel like May is just going to absolutely destroy this. You can see the armored units having no trouble here. The Yeomen able to kite out, eventually getting the 2-shot in on that men-at-arms, looking to try and focus down the Lancers now towards the front, but the extra movement speed from the Yeomen's actually pretty decent here. We might need to see a little bit of a flex into Horsemen instead of into Lancers. The Lancers are expensive, losing them is going to hurt, and you can see right now the king of shoot and scoot is absolutely making themselves known right now. This is kind of what I was scared of, right? I remember when I first got my hands on this civilization, I messaged Frank, the guy I was talking to you about before, and I basically said, what are you guys doing with the Yeoman? This is crazy. Like, it's got the same damage as an archer. It's got a lot more range than an archer, and it's faster than an archer. It's like, excuse me? This unit is crazy. It's cracked. Anyway, it's also got better ratios as well with the food cost, but at the end of the day, we'll see exactly how well pros are able to make use of it, but you can see right now how much trouble the men-at-arms have got. They're waiting for their forced march to come off cooldown. The moment that they do, they're going to be making a run right now, or they're going to be making a run towards these units, going to try and get in behind them. Crossbows are here as well. I don't like this fight for May. I do not like it. He's getting whittled down. Sorry, there it goes. He's getting whittled down by these ranged units, and you can see right now the shoot and scoot is just impressive. Billman coming to the fore, force march out of there, looking to retreat with the force march. Oh, I don't like that at all. I really don't like that at all. You had to run a couple extra meters there, my friend. You would have been fine. I wouldn't be. Not sure how I feel about that one. Gonna be honest with you guys. Okay. Whoa, shit. You see the torch? There was a torch coming out. Speaking of torch, Demu tries to survive the Mango. Mango gets 1 shot off. Did a nice, cute little synchronized shot there, but it fell a little bit short. I don't know exactly what happened there. Meanwhile, towards the top side, keeps are starting to come online. No village fortresses just yet. The Wi-Fi is connected, so we could look to see that within the next 3 minutes. But there is a bit of trouble in paradise right now. I think May's scratching his head thinking, how am I going to do this? Because these units are really hard to get to. And I think that's one of the issues with it, right? Like, if we think about it, this army shouldn't work. But the fact that you're just able to kite perpetually makes it very difficult. So I think getting Ghazi Raiders out there, the extra damage on them is going to help a whole lot. Also, the fact that there's more of them is going to be quite significant. Yeoman synchronized shot onto the men-at-arms. Not too bad, not too bad. Farms now starting to come up towards the south side of the map. A lot of farms. 20 minutes into the game. About time for these farms to start coming up. We'll check in with Demu soon. He's actually dropping a second TC at the moment. And now those Ghazi Raiders coming in from the south. At the same time, the Force March coming in from the right. Looking to try and make the connection. Billman come forward. Not the best spot to fight. And you can see the Yeoman just gets such an easy fallback straight into all the crossbows. This is difficult, man. I don't even know what to do. This is... I tell you what, this is one of the best civilizations for high-level players, just because if you want to try and get every little inch out of this unit, you 100% can. How do you deal with this? And now looking to try and kite through, you can see that the Yeoman just able to focus down all of these scholars as they come in, making decent connection, though, on the back line. The numbers have started to fall down to 25 Yeoman at the moment. And now, finally, it looks like May has made his way through this army. Finally. Spearmen now making their way in. More infantry looking to back up Demo. We'll check in with him and see how he's doing. That second town center now online, now starting to pump out villagers. So that's going to guarantee his economy heads into the mid-game quite strong. But May's in an awkward position. He can't go Imperial. Definitely can't go Imperial here. And even if he could, would he want to? I think maybe you could for like the Mango upgrade. Adjustable crossbars could be decent here. That's going to be definitely a way that you can deal with it. But then synchronized shot. You've got a synchronized shot to deal with. How do you even make siege against this Civ? Okay, this is an interesting one. This is a tough one. Good luck, May. Good luck. You're up against one of the world's best players right now on a civilization that's looking pretty damn hot. And I tell you what, the Yeoman is... I'm going to say it right now. I think this is the best archer in the game. I think this is better than the longbow. The longbow get an extra point of damage. They get an extra point of range. But they're slow, and they're more expensive. The one thing I love about the Yeoman is you don't compromise anyway. You get enough damage, the same as any other archer. You get more speed than an archer. You get more range than an archer. You get a better cost ratio. It's food, wood, split straight down the middle. I think it's technically a bit more expensive, but I don't really mind. As long as you're split in 45-45, you're absolutely fine with that. So, yeah, I think that's quite a good deal. So we look here, 45-45, and compare that over to the other side. If we got any ranges out, we do. So 30-50. So it's 10 food more, or technically 15 food more, but 5 wood less. But I don't know about you, but I definitely prefer that. I mean, technically, if you had it at the same ratio that it is, it would just make... Oh, it's House of Lancaster. It's not Templar. Never mind. Knights Templar. In my mind, I was thinking that they had... I was thinking about the Knights Templar. Excuse me. Ville's starting to go down, though, over on this gold vein in the back. Plenty of infantry starting to build up in the middle of the map here. Keep in mind, we do still have this keep coming up towards the north. Village fortresses are now through. How many more keeps does that mean? Or how many more town centers does that mean? You got another one down here. Have we got any other additional town centers? I think that's it. So technically 3 town centers. So not bad. Not bad. But keep in mind... we want to do more. We want to add even more in. We'd love to get one over here in the middle. This would be a wonderful spot to secure it. So maybe like pushing up with the men-at-arms, getting a forced march. Oh, it's going to be hard. You can't really do that because you kind of want it to disengage as well. You'd lose all your men-at-arms. And then at the end of the day, Demu's just going to make a couple of trebs and then kill your keep. I don't think you can get a keep to secure here. You got to kind of keep it out towards the edge of the map like this, especially when you're playing against infantry, because how else are you going to take advantage of it? And we can see right now the infantry, nice little splits, but unable to find anything. Ghazi Raiders in the north. South Sacred Site going to be neutralized here. And all of the units going to get spotted out right now. Demu's going to see this, say, okay, I know where the military is. Does he look to put pressure elsewhere? He's heading north at the moment. So could look to pressure the keep in the north here. Numbers are looking good. More upgrades on the way. He's picking up military tactics training to increase bonus damage. So that is like your spear. It has a base amount of damage. So if we click on a spear, here we go. It's got a base of 9+2, but then that bonus damage is 23. So that's a 20% bonus to that 23. So effectively giving it an extra 5 or 6 damage, or 4 or 5 damage rather. And then the second upgrade is Burgundian imports, which allows you to build the hand or train the hand cannoneer in the castle age. Also reduces the cost from 120 to 90. So this is a really nice upgrade as well. Your hand cannoneers are technically a bit weaker, and they do shadow tech in the Imperial Age, which means they upgrade automatically. But it's definitely very cool. I don't know what the circumstances are. Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to go for that now. Oh, I guess technically because it reduces the cost of hand cannoneers. That's why you'd want to do it. Wingard Palace coming in, though. Very nice timing here. And keep in mind, as the Delhi Sultanate in this position, normally you want to age up before your opponent, because one of the big risks here is that Demu goes Imperial, which he's doing, and he's going to age up, he's going to get all of his upgrades, and he's just going to push you straight away. And you're going to try and age up immediately after, but the problem is you have to delay the attack. So it means that you need to like put down a keep or 2 keeps. You need something. You can't take the fight until your upgrades are in, because if you take the fight without your upgrades and they've got their upgrades, you're just going to get absolutely slapped in the face. So yeah, it can be very difficult in this position right now, playing out of this corner as May. But I'm going to sit up because I'm excited now. I'm excited. I'm starting to get a little bit more intense. Okay, so upgrades are coming through. We're seeing Scootage, which is going to be for your manners. So that's going to allow you to have gold generating from your manners. We have the elite upgrade for Yeoman. We also have exact militia program. Excuse me. Which isn't hidden behind the Imperial Age. So I don't know why it's coming in right now, but nonetheless, it will be cool to see. And that's going to pop him up a whole bunch of population. In fact, that should probably max him out quite easily. He'll probably have left over here, because it's 1 of each per manor. Actually, no, it should sit him... Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. I don't know how many more units are in queue, but I think it does. It should be 27, right? 27 units that all come out, and you're about to see him go from... Oh, it's going to cap him. Is it going to cap him? And they come out in sets of 3, 1 of each. Let's say... Oh, he's going to be missing 1. Yeah, he's missing 1 round. It's all right. It's the little details. They'll come out later. You can see right here. So the Demi-Lancers that have come through are all elite upgraded. The Earl's Guard yet to be upgraded, but he's getting the upgrade for them, and he's getting the throwing dagger drills, and he's getting +3 ranged attack. He's getting all the eco... Oh my god, Palace of the Sultan coming in. Oh, this is the worst timing. Okay. Let's have a look and see how May looks to play this. So I think in this position from May, you have to drop a keep immediately, and it has to be a central keep. This keep should have been down already. I don't know why the keep is not already down. Where is the stone? He's putting stone walls down to the south. Because right now, all Demu needs to do is walk down mid. Everyone down mid right now. Force the fight. That's all you got to do. Where did that stone go? He had a whole bunch of stone in the bank. He had like 1,300 stone. Don't tell me it was this little wall that did it. He's got 740. He needs to buy stone. He needs to drop a keep immediately. Like, keep here. Delete this. Keep here. You got to do something. No. Get out of here. Get out. All right, we're going into... He's looking to commit. Mango's off the front. Got to be careful. The Yeomen are coming through. They'll look to try and snipe out, but he's going to force the fight. No elite upgrades just yet coming in. Yeomen, synchronized shot on the Mangoes. Big damage, but not able to take out any of them just yet. Quite low health on them. Demi-Lancers trying their best. More Mango shots, decent. First of the Mangoes goes down. He's trying his best to hold on. Second one goes down. Next round of Mango shots, not too bad, but Demu's numbers way too strong, and that's just it. At the end of the day, he's got the elite upgrades, and that means the fight's gone his way, sitting at 194 out of 200 versus 137, and that is it. I mean, realistically, all it needed... Look at all the upgrades coming through, man. This is so painful. All the big upgrades now starting to come through, but it's just too little too late. You know, Jojo said it best, but Wallalal attempt to hold it on. Oh my lord, that was close. That was very close. That could have been disastrous right there. May with a last-ditch attempt to pull it all back. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I mean, we're 28 minutes into this game, but I can't help but feel like it's pretty much over at this stage. He's going to try and hold on a bit more, but, I mean, the trouble is you're inside your enemy's base and you're on their production, which means whenever there's a new unit that spawns, you immediately kill it. And, of course, there's going to be units outside this from over here, but then, you know, half of your military is either not being... It's being murdered immediately, or it is just not being made. And you can see right now, a little bit of a struggle here. Upgrade just comes through. He's actually focusing all the upgrades in these key ones, and we see Elephant's going to be coming out from here, so just not utilizing them instead. And now for the moment, May, he's holding on for a little bit longer, but I can't help but feel like the majority of the damage has been done at this point. Look at this. More reinforcements now going to start to trickle in. It's just full spears. It's just full spears together with the Yeoman, still just looking to try and maximize that. Did that elephant just die almost immediately? Is that what I saw right there? That was painful. Spearmen are here. You can see just how quickly they are going down. All those... I don't think Billman's stacked, by the way. 99%... Wait, does Billman stack? Hold on. No, there's no way. There's no way. He's going to try and go for the Wallalol attempt again. Okay. Demu paying attention. Demu on the ball. over towards the east side. Hand cannoneers now starting to come out. Now take a look at these hand cannoneers, by the way. You're only paying 90 for them, the same that you'd pay for a Streltsy. Now, obviously not as good as the English hand cannoneer because you don't get that extra attack speed bonus, and that's one of the things that makes them really good. But hey, cheaper hand cannoneers, I'm not going to complain. That's absolutely lovely. Keep in the south of the base. He's trying again. He's trying again. Not going to find it. He gives it up. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Liquid Demu coming out with the victory today up against May. An incredible performance there and really just a great knowledge of game timings. Anyway, we'll leave it there and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Go check out Demu. I'll leave a link in the description and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.